Need to start.
Oh. Hi everybody, Todd, Denise. We're going to be starting a YouTube channel having to do with RV travel, reviewing campgrounds. What else we're going to do? We got some product reviews coming up because we're in the process of buying items to prepare for this journey that we're going to go on. We've already added a couple. We're kind of going to start, I guess, from probably the time we got into this, I guess. Started out in a tent, probably like most people do.
Yes.
And then ended up going to a bigger tent with more amenities to kind of turn it into glamping.
To a travel trailer.
To a travel trailer, and then
now to what we're sitting in.
Yeah, which we have a 2021 Holiday Rambler 35 MS motorhome, and we'll go into some more of that later. But like I said, we're going to do some reviews on products. We got a new bike rack we got to do. Got some really cool, or I think they're cool anyway, little foldable ottomans.
You have the
to go in
air
motorhome.
compressor.
Yeah, got a new Vivair air compressor. We'll cover some of that stuff. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos on that now, but we're basically just going to document our stuff. Like, we watch so many people getting ready for this. Like,
Yeah.
What do you think? The Hanks,
We love
obviously.
the Hanks.
Yeah, the Hanks are really cool.
The Sunday
Yeah,
crew, the police officer and his wife.
yeah. And our lives with them kind of match up like a pretty good bit. I can't remember the name right now. You can pull it up on your phone if you want to. But I think he's retiring this year, and I'm also retiring this year. So hence the
motorhome.
the motorhome and doing the YouTube channel.
Yes.
A lot of it's going to be. It's not really like anything but just to keep like really family and stuff updated, but it's also going to be having memories and stuff for me and her. We have a dog that we travel with, so we'll cover that too.
Yeah, so to kind of get to the dog,
she's at my feet right now.
Yes, we did start out in a tent camping, a
Yep.
2-person tent.
Miserable.
Our first trip was to Edisto Beach and at the state park, which is beautiful. We've been there multiple times now.
If you
Only
know
one
anything
time
about
in the 2-person tent.
what was the trial that went on down there? The guy murdered his wife and son.
Murdoch.
Yeah,
Murdoch.
the Murdochs.
They like that place too.
Man, guys, nice down there.
So our first
beautiful.
attempt was 2-person tent.
In July, probably.
It was hot. It was 100 even at night. It was just horrible.
It's pretty miserable.
He slept in hammock some, slept on top of the picnic table. We ended up in the car.
Yeah, because the tent was just too hot. There was no airflow.
Too hot. So that was August 2019.
Yeah.
Our next trip
it
was
hot.
to Pigeon Forge in a tent, 10-person tent. We had these little blow-up mattresses that we slept on, the little pillows.
The little blow-up pillows.
And-
right across from the food line at the KOA.
Yes.
This is before the KOA turned into what it is now, because now it's a lot nicer. They've made the section where we stayed in a tent now. That's all like for motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheel, stuff like
It's really
that.
nice. And they built a greenway.
Yep, and they
It's
have a
really nice. We
greenway
just
that
came
goes
back from
from pretty much that campground right there where the golf course is at all the way to
The island and
island.
further. We just didn't go.
Yeah, we stopped
rest
at
of
the
the way.
island. But
So that trip was our blow-up mattresses. And then
the
our next trip
beeping
was...
up from the
And
food
then-
line across the street with
They kept us
deliveries all
awake
night long
delivering
with the
delivering
backup
stuff
alarms.
all night. But our next trip was a
freaking
couple
horrible.
months later in the 10-person tent, and we went to Indian Creek Campground, which we loved.
Indian
But
Creek in Cherokee, North Carolina is
It's really
fabulous.
nice. We were on the water.
You are on the water when you're there. Like it's, you could actually almost fish from your tent.
And actually, we were there at Halloween.
Yeah, went there for Halloween too.
So for that trip, we had, and maybe we can add pictures to this video.
Yeah,
but
we're new to this, so we're going to have to discover editing and everything.
Yeah.
I guess.
So we bought a blow-up mattress that actually had a headboard.
That's Gertie.
Yes.
Yeah, there she is.
A blow-up mattress with a headboard that we put in our 10-person tent.
Because her daddy's
We
ignoring
had
her.
we had a TV. We had, what else do we have? We brought like the Roku. We watched NASCAR. We're NASCAR fans, big NASCAR fans here, and football fans. So we did multiple trips in the 10-person tent. This is before the dog.
The 10-person tent was good. We even went down to Edisto in it.
We went down to Edisto twice.
Got robbed by raccoons.
Yes.
Broad daylight and nighttime.
Went to Myrtle Beach Travel Park in it.
Myrtle Beach Travel Park.
So when we got Gertie, which we'll bring up here, we realized we couldn't leave her in a tent. So every time we left, we needed to take Gertie with us.
Yeah.
So then we advanced to the travel trailer. So the travel trailer we still have it. So we need to get rid of it. It's 27 foot.
Put it for sale.
That was 2021, I believe, is when we bought the travel trailer.
It's 27 foot. You said that.
27 foot.
Yeah. Sonic
Venture.
Venture. It's
really
light.
great
It's
for
really
us.
light. Yeah, I actually
it's really
pulled
great.
it with a 2020 Jeep Gladiator, which we still have, which is what now we tow it with the motorhome.
It was, 4,700 pounds?
I think it was around 45.
And he can pull like 7 with the
Yeah, I think it was
Gladiator.
around 7,000. I'm getting toys in here. So
Yeah.
this is going to happen on most of our videos with the dog because I am the dog's play toy.
So we advanced to the camper because of Gertie. Like I said, we couldn't leave her in a tent, so Gertie got a camper. And we really have enjoyed that camper. We've been to a lot of places.
Yeah, like Myrtle Beach several times, obviously, because that's close, and then also to Gatlinburg. But we went all the way to Kentucky.
We went to Kentucky. We toured the Ark.
Yep, we did the Ark tour. We did that horse
There
ranch.
was a Stapleton concert.
Chris Stapleton,
there,
Willie Nelson,
Nelson.
and Sheryl Crow.
So we did Pigeon Forge, of
Get
course.
some squeaks.
We did.
Our videos from this day forward will be interrupted by the dog.
Yes.
There.
Ocean Lakes. We love Ocean Lakes. We love Ocean Lakes because it's a dog park.
Yeah,
and
dog
she
park
loves,
is the greatest.
She loves the golf cart.
Yeah.
So she loves the beach.
Yeah.
And where else? We went for his 50th. We
went to
Nashville. In February. Set up in 19-degree weather at night in February. We left from Nashville and went to Memphis, and we toured Graceland. And all that.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really, really good.
The Elvis thing was really good. Like
we need to do that.
It's crazy the life he led back during that time. I guess 70s and
I will
60s.
say.
We got to see his home where he was born. We did that after the Graceland stuff.
So I researched the campground there at Graceland and ended up changing our reservations because we made the reservations and ended up changing them based off of some of the reviews and YouTube videos that we watched. We ended up moving.
Gertie will become y'all's favorite.
Staying at the Yogi Bear where was that? It was outside of Memphis. We stayed at the Yogi Bear campground.
I can't remember.
But it was a nice campground. People lived in certain areas of it.
Yeah, we ended up going and seeing the, was it Martin Luther King?
Yes.
Yeah, we did the hotel tour and then the place across the street where he was actually shot from.
Yeah, that was very interesting in Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis was cool. There's a lot of stuff in Memphis I wouldn't mind going back and doing. That and Nashville. Nashville
Memphis,
just has so much.
Yeah,
Like
the Nashville we stayed at the KOA. We do like KOAs. We know that we'll have to tone it down a little on where we're staying. Where else did we go, baby? Fort Fisher. We went to Outer Banks.
Oh yeah, Fort
Took
Fisher.
the camper to Outer Banks.
Yep.
We really enjoyed that. We loved the Outer Banks. That was
First
our
time I'd
there.
ever been to Outer Banks, and I live in
North
we're in
Carolina.
Gaston.
You're gonna let Daddy sit down. Let Daddy squeeze in. Oh man. Okay, so
So now we're back. It stopped recording.
it stopped recording.
Yeah.
So we decided to bring the dog up.
Yeah. So this is Gertie. Gertie the Great.
Our kids say she is. We have 5 kids between us.
Yeah.
6 counting this one, and our kids say she's our favorite. She doesn't talk back.
She's,
I don't know. She is kind of sassy.
Old English sheepdog and a poodle, so she's
Sheepadoodle.
Sheepadoodle. We got her here actually in North Carolina from probably the best breeder on the entire planet.
Sheepadoodles in North Carolina. You can follow them on Facebook.
Yeah.
She's fabulous.
When you get your dog, like your dog is pretty much trained. So she was even litter box trained when we got her, which is the craziest thing in the world that I'd heard of.
We are just because of my cough.
She likes attention.
I'm getting over a cold. He's getting a cold.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody's getting colds right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where
So
you're
she's
going.
spoiled. This is the reason that we bought a camper, and I'm not gonna say the reason we bought a motorhome, but
No, we
just
got a
seem to keep
motorhome. We had been
advancing.
looking at motorhomes, and I wasn't planning on purchasing one until September of 2025. But I had started looking because I like doing research on stuff and finding out like floor plans and stuff like that. And then one just came up that I got for a good deal.
flew to Boston to
Yep.
get it.
Flew to Boston, Massachusetts. Met with the guy, went through everything, and then drove it back. Which I discovered that I'd never driven anything this big, like to where you have to really pay attention of roads and bridges and everything. But I had no idea Pennsylvania and Massachusetts stuff. The roads were that small, and I thought South Carolina had really bad roads, but no, they don't. South Carolina's doing fine. Pennsylvania, the roads up north were just horrible. Like it beat you to death.
So that was August of this
Yep.
past year, 2024, that he picked it up. We took
You cannot be comfortable.
3 trips, I think, to Ocean Lakes that we already had scheduled with the travel trailer. The travel trailer was down there in storage.
Yeah, we just kept it there.
So we ended up getting it back here. We're going to do a few things to it and then get it sold.
Yeah.
But I think the next video, we're going to give you a tour of the camper.
Yeah, we'll do the camper, and then, like I said, over the next year or so, we're going to be doing a lot of things that we're doing to the camper, which I'm sure, like, the people that we follow, we're planning and we're taking stuff, and then we've already got the mindset that whatever we're doing is probably not going to work. So it's probably, we're going to start out with a plan, and so we're going to start out with a plan. This thing you could tell we're new to every single bit of this.
I'm
but
sorry I have a call.
We know the plan's not going to stay put. So just watching all the groups that we follow on YouTube has probably helped us more than anything, I guess. Yeah. And then finding out how to do stuff to the motorhome. Obviously, the learning curves a little steep because this has motor, and I'm going to end up having to do an oil change and stuff on the generator. Obviously, I'm going to wait till it gets warmer. But before we do go out, I will be taking it to Greenville or Gaffney, somewhere like that, the Freightliner plant down there, and just getting a service done, like from head to toe, whatever.
Is it Greer?
It might be Greer. It's somewhere. It's something like that.
Yeah.
I have them on my phone. But, yeah, so that's it. Todd, Denise, Gertie.
Gertie the Great. Gertie the Great Sheepadoodle.
What did we decide the name of our YouTube channel?
We changed our name several times. I'm not going to say this to stick. We went from Forever Young, which we saw at Ocean Lakes on a boat down there, And then we went to
Going Nowhere Fast.
Going Nowhere Fast, which we
found out a
liked,
lot of
but
people had
we
that
found out
name.
that that's on a lot of channels. So the latest, since we went to Dollywood, and for Christmas we went there.
Saw a
Thanks
sign.
to Dolly, we have we're currently using. Do you want to say it?
I don't remember it. That's why I asked you.
Better Get to Living.
Better Get to Living.
Better Get to Living.
So,
and we do as much as that. We're pretty adventurous. We've done a lot outside.
I got some stories for y'all. I got about 30 broken bones in my body, so my life's been pretty interesting.
We have a mountain right next door to us that we hike to. We rode mountain bikes a lot. We've traded them in for electric bikes recently.
Yeah. Once you get up over 50, you're kind of like, I don't know how many more ER visits I want to just do.
So we're both in our 50s. I turned 50 this year. Which that was another place we went. We went to Disney World with the travel
went to
trailer.
Disney World. Did that for
my 50th.
May the 4th. So we were down there for Star Wars Day
I'm
at
May
the
the 4th,
Galaxy at the Galaxy's.
We had a blast going
God,
on
that was
trip.
so much fun.
We started out at Kennedy Space Center for 2 or 3 days, and then we went to Disney. And
her butt is on the seat with her arm folded up on the table and another arm under it, with laying on the table. I have no idea how she's
I guess the way we should end this is he does retire in December. We're currently looking for somewhere warm to go for 2 weeks. The end of December.
Maybe just
Christmas,
do like
New
a
Year's.
little trip. Congratulations, retiring myself.
Yeah,
trip.
so if you have any good ideas on where we could go in December that's warm, please
I know we
let
have
us
Florida,
know.
which obviously
We're looking at
I've never been to the Keys, so I've
going to
always thought
Disney and the Keys.
would be really nice.
I researched that today, but it looks like there's no campsites available.
Yeah, it looks
at
like
Disney.
everything's booked.
That
But
may
now
be
all
it.
we tried was Fort Wilderness.
Yeah.
Like we didn't try anything around there, and I know there's a ton
we
around
need to
Fort
do Universal
Wilderness.
Studios, so maybe we'll stay outside of Disney this
Yeah,
time.
yeah, we could do something like that because not everything has to be Disney. It's just Fort Wilderness is really nice, but it's also like
They decorate for Christmas and all that.
yeah, you get what you pay for. It is
someone
expensive.
we follow is
Oh,
the
yeah,
reason why that we wanted to go to Disney for Christmas.
The guy, he used to do gospel singing.
We need to
He
write
reminds
down
me
the
so
names.
much of Joel Holstein that it's insane. I swear they had to be. Oh, I can't think of the name.
So
I
if
need
you
to
know their
remember his
name,
names.
let us know as well.
Yeah.
But yes, we learn a lot from YouTube channels.
So we're gonna try to edit this video using the phone and stuff. This is probably gonna be just the worst thing ever, just a hodgepodge put together thing. If anyone knows of a good, I got to get a laptop for whenever we do go traveling more. That's really good and friendly to use with YouTube or some kind of program that you can put on there. Put that in the comments. I know they got this new 50 series coming out stuff that's supposed to be fantastic.
We have the GoPro, which we will probably
But we need to do
work
editing,
on that
.
more too. So we're just trying to decide if we're going to do the GoPro or if we're going to do the phone. Play with both of them. We'll get better, we promise.
Yeah. Everybody starts that pretty right. All right.
So better get to living.
Yep. Todd, Denise, Gertie.
Gertie the Great.
Bye.
You're such a good baby, Gertie. 2-person tent to the 10-person tent for 2. We added our bed. We were clamping it up pretty good. To our travel trailer. That was a Cherokee. Gertie. She's the best. This was in Nashville, Tennessee, and in Memphis we went. And that's us.